Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Quick Sports Thoughts. As always, I'm Robbie. Let's get right into it. Well, if you watched our last episode, or watched the last episode of my other show, Couch Talking Sports, you'll know that I made some predictions for last weekend's Frozen Four right here in Boston. And what you know, folks, they all came true. That's right, semifinals. Boom, Providence, 4-1 winners over Nebraska Omaha. Boom, BU hangs on to beat North Dakota 4-3. Setting up Saturday night an all Hockey East national championship game between the Friars and the Terriers. And thank you to the Providence College Friars for making me look like an absolute genius as they come away with a 4-3 victory to win their school's first ever hockey national championship. So congrats to the Friars. Anytime you win a first national championship in any sport, it's a pretty special thing. And, I do have a bit of an anti-BU stance as I am a BC hockey fan. But, gotta say congrats to the Terriers on a great run. I'm sure they're still disappointed that they could pull it out in their own city, but wasn't meant to be this year. So, congratulations, Friars. Good job. Way to bring it home. Sticking with hockey, excuse me, we go to the Boston Bruins. Now, for those of you who don't know, unfortunately, the Boston Bruins missed the NHL playoffs. This is in the final game of the regular season. They fell in a shootout to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They had actually already been eliminated before that with a Pittsburgh Penguin win to clinch the last playoff spot. But must admit, I'm not all that surprised the Bruins didn't make it. This was a team this year that had a lot of peaks, but also had a lot of valleys. And when you have a lot of peaks and a lot of valleys, you're not going to be successful. Just way too much inconsistency on the Bruins front this year. And they picked a pretty bad time to have one of those valleys as they dropped the last 3 games of the regular season and made what looked like a sure playoff bid into a season end of disappointment. A lot of question marks surrounding this team. Will Claude Julien stay? Will Peter Chiarelli, the GM, stay? What players will be back next year? They already said they're not going to re-sign Daniel Paillet and Gregory Campbell. What domino is going to fall next? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of interesting stuff, I'm sure, coming out of Causeway Street these next few months as we enter the off season. Speaking of playoffs and teams on Causeway Street, the Boston Celtics are in the playoffs, folks. That's right. The Boston Celtics, the worst team pretty much in the NBA last year, have made the NBA playoffs tonight thanks to a Chicago Bulls victory over the Brooklyn Nets. So, I just want to say this. First of all, congratulations to the Celtics. I'm very happy for them. After last year, I thought they were going to do a lot better, but I didn't know if playoffs were really in the realm of possibility. But this squad, even losing players like Rajon Rondo and Jeff Green, found a way to get it done. So, props to you, Celtics. But I would like to say this, though, on a side note. If you had told me at the beginning of this season that the Celtics would be in the playoffs and that the Bruins would not be in the playoffs, probably would have laughed at you. But that's the way it turned out. So, again, very excited to see if the Celtics can make perhaps maybe a little run in the playoffs. Looking like they might go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they've beaten them a couple times this season, so you never know. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility in sports. So, anyway, lastly, Boston Red Sox proved to 5-2 on the year in their home opener victory 9-4 over the Washington Nationals. Offense looks great, putting up some really good numbers. One problem, though, or one question mark I still have is the pitching rotation, particularly the so-called ace of the pitching staff, Clay Buchholz. Gave us Red Sox fans a lot of reasons to be optimistic with his opening day start, a shutout win over Philadelphia, but then came right back down to earth in the team's 14-4 loss last night against the New York Yankees, allowing 7 runs in the first inning. Is this sort of up and down trying to continue, or can he right the ship? Well, have to wait and see. Good news is, though, Koji Uehara is back. Definitely needed him in the closer role, especially since Edward Mujica proved that he was not as reliable as perhaps maybe thought, blowing a save Friday night in a 19-inning victory, what turned out to be a 19-inning victory against the Yankees. So, that's it for this edition of Quick Sports Thoughts. Hope you enjoyed. As always, I'm Robbie, signing off.